Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the program or video about my experience of using post-psychological autodidactics of Valery Kurinsky. Today I would like to talk to you briefly, very briefly, about dictionaries, because without dictionaries we cannot read the books, we cannot go into culture. In other words, it is blocked. We will not have the access without this wonderful, let's say, tool of the humankind, of what we achieved, of civilization. So, among there are some principles how we should use or how we should select dictionaries. But I would like to quote Kurinsky. He says that in his books, he says that it's fine or it's normal if we look into the dictionaries about 1,000 times a day. So I always wanted to achieve that sum, to come to that level. Dictionaries create like a special atmosphere. They give us also freedom. They also give us, let's say, that we become sure that we could achieve something. So it's like a base for us. It's like columns for us on which we can stand and move. So dictionaries could be divided by us practically into like one language dictionaries, so like Webster or the Oxford, let's say, and which let's say, for example, in English there is a definition or a word in English, and also there is a definition. Among those dictionaries I would like to show you this one, and you can make a screenshot and find, because this is a wonderful dictionary. It's Webster. I also love Oxford for students. There are some other good dictionaries of English or one language or explanatory, as we could call them, dictionaries. Also, among these Websters, I wanted to show also this dictionary of synonyms. It's a wonderful dictionary, wonderful. I love it, awfully. So, and how do these are explanatory dictionaries, and among French dictionaries I have here Robert, there are Larousse, and among German dictionaries we have one language or explanatory dictionaries. Langenscheidt is a good dictionary. They also have a new edition of Langenscheidt, which is with articles, which is very good. It's a big step forward. And so Langenscheidt, then they have also Duden, Warich. So those are dictionaries in, you will definitely find these names in Amazon, especially in German Amazon. And how do we choose dictionaries? This is very important for us, because we need to choose them. They don't need to be very big. This is already a little bit big, but this is fine because I can read it, and it has also a lot of explanations, a lot of words. This is fine, but something bigger, it's not very practical. It will be very difficult to keep it somewhere and to use it if it's really heavy. But what is important, that for our eyes it should be convenient to read the articles. And I have several bad examples. I will not show them here. I didn't bring them here. Just for example, very small letters, and even when I use my glasses I cannot read well enough, because it makes our eyes tired, and so this is not a good thing for us to use. So among these one language dictionaries, which we should all have, and also there are such dictionaries for Italian, for Spanish, and we should buy as many as possible, because they will expand our, let's say, base. We will just be able to read them and to learn a lot of words from there. Also, two language dictionaries. For example, we need I will show how I work with how we work with dictionaries. So, for example, I study or read something, I find a word, let's say German word or French word. Well, let's take German, which is unknown to me. I go to the book, to the shelf. I take the dictionary. This is a very good dictionary, I advise. I take this dictionary. I look at that word, and when I look at it, I look at pronunciation, and I imagine that speech apparatus, yeah, and how which movements I should make. Then I look at translation, and at least one translation, the first one, and I put it back. Then what I do, I take, let's say, Spanish, German-Spanish dictionary, Deutsch, Spanish. This is also a good one. And I do the same with this. Then I do French. This is a very good one. And so I do the same. I look at here, look at the word here, and then I go to German and Italian. This is a very good Langenscheidt also. You see, you see that I love Langenscheidt because they produce these dictionaries, bilingual dictionaries. Okay, and if you work like this, first of all, we don't need to remember, and we even simulate that we are not trying to remember. We just compare. We look at them. We work in this way, and it could be the whole day. And in the end of the day, you will see that these words will come back to your mind, and it's a very good feeling when you go to that and yes, I remember that word and that word and that word. This is a very good thing to do. So what else I wanted to show to you on these, at least several languages. Also, this is a good dictionary. In those in 70s, probably 80s, they published a lot of such dictionaries in GDR. So that is in socialist, whatever it was called, Germany, Eastern Germany. And I showed you Spanish. Okay, this is a good, it's a very good Webster, French. And so this is probably this is Spanish, good Spanish. This is Webster, Spanish. These are two bilingual dictionaries, and also in you can find a lot of such good stuff, like for example this Langenscheidt, which I brought from the US one day, and I found it in a second-hand bookstore. Very good. I love it awfully. And also we need to find synonyms, dictionaries of synonyms. This is a very good dictionary. It was also published in those like 70s probably, and it's a good one, really. So now I think we are done with this, and you can emphasize, you can create like different constellations of languages or dictionaries. You can, when you work with, let's say, especially work a lot on, let's say, on German, you build this base of dictionaries for German. Then, or you do or work a lot with French. You do the same with French. But now you got the principle, and this is a very important thing for us to have. And luckily, this is the world when we could really buy these these dictionaries and just in several clicks on in internet. If you like this video, put like, share it please, and all the best.